Alright guys, welcome back to another Hogwarts Legacy video. In this one, I wanted to go over 27 of the confirmed spells that we know of within the game at the moment. Now there's going to be a lot more that we're going to be able to find and use with the full release, but at the moment, let's go over the 27 that have been confirmed. Alright, so I hope you all enjoy this video. Let's start off by talking about the 3 unforgivable curses within the Harry Potter universe and that are going to be in Hogwarts too. First off is Avada Kedavra. This is the killing curse. As its name says, this curse on use will be able to kill pretty much anything, and I think it's going to be the most powerful spell in the entire game, with probably the longest cooldown as well. Crucio is the second unforgivable curse. This is the torture curse. Using this spell will allow you to torture your enemies. It doesn't kill anything, but it tortures them pretty badly. The third and final unforgivable curse is Imperio. This is the controlling curse. Using this curse will allow you to control anything that has a mind to do whatever that you want, and they have no say about it. I love these spells. I'm going to be using them so much. They say that these are the evil spells within the universe, but I don't think that's going to be just quite it. Now the next spells I want to talk about, we don't know too much about them, but it says that the mysterious ancient magic or spells. Now, these spells or magic, we don't know much about them, and even the professors of Hogwarts don't know much about them as well, and they don't quite understand what it is. It has been forgotten, but I think part of the game is looking for this ancient magic. We don't know if it's good magic, we don't know if it's bad magic, if it's powerful. Of course it's going to be powerful, and I cannot wait to find more what this ancient magic is all about. Alohomora is the next spell. This is the unlocking spell. It basically is just as easy as it gets. It unlocks locks, it unlocks doors, it unlocks gates, anything that has a lock. Use this and the door is open. Disillusionment Charm. Now this charm or spell turns the user invisible. It's going to be very, very useful, kind of like Harry Potter's cloak, but this is a charm. I don't know if it's going to be an item. I don't know if it's going to be a spell just yet, but yeah, this is going to turn the player invisible. Reducto is the next spell. Now the Reducto is the Reducto curse or spell, and it basically just blasts solid objects to pieces. Kind of like a spell that you're going to be able to just break things with. Stupify is the next spell that we have here. This is the stunning spell. It's used on combat as basically to stun opponents. Now you're going to be able to see this in the gameplay, kind of like a red strike kind of deal. Basically, it's just to stun your opponents. And yeah, this is going to be very, very good to combine with other spells. The Transfiguration Spells. Now these spells will be able to turn one object into another object. So turning a cup into a plate, for example. Arresto Momentum. This spell is used to stop things in their place or slow them down. Going to be very, very useful against projectiles coming towards you. If an enemy or a troll, for example, throws a boulder at you, you can use this spell to slow it down and move out the way. Revilo is a spell that will make items appear or reappear. Now there's going to be items around the map that are going to be hidden or invisible that maybe you'll be able to hear by a certain noise in the game or so, and you can use Revilo to reveal this item. Maybe it's going to be lore, maybe it's going to be a certain secret item like a wand or a cloak or a creature that's going to be lurking around that area. This spell will be able to reveal them. Reparo is the repairing spell. Now let's say that you find an item that's going to be broken or a bridge, for example, like in the gameplay. Using this spell will be able to repair whatever is in front of you. I don't know if it's going to be used a lot in the main campaign, maybe a few times, but I feel like this is going to be used a lot to find secrets with or fix things that you find around the game. Protego is this spell that is used as a shield or a blocking spell. This spell does not work against the killing curse of Avada Kedavra. Of course it doesn't, because that spell is just way too OP. Not even the shield or blocking spell can block that. So yeah, this shield spell is going to be able to deflect certain spells that are going to be thrown at you, for example Confringo, which we'll be able to get to later. This is the shield spell. Petrificus Totalus is the next spell we're talking about here. This is the stunning spell of the petrifying spell. This will be able to just put enemies in their place and not allow them to move at all. Unlock Stupify, which is the stunning spell. It kind of just like stuns them for a while and they'll be able to fight you again. Petrificus Totalus will be able to just petrify them in their place for I don't know how long, maybe forever or so. But yeah, this basically just completely petrifies your enemies. The next two spells are working together. Lumos is the light spell. This will be able to bring a light from the tip of your wand. Nox is the spell to turn the lights off. Now, I feel like this is going to be used a lot, especially when you're going to be exploring caves and secret dungeons that you're going to be able to find that are going to be dark. Lumos will be able to give you a light to see where you are going, and Nox is used to turn off that light. Glacius is the freezing spell, allowing you to throw ice and freezing attacks against your enemies to hold them in place and do certain freezing damage. Incendio is the complete opposite of Glacius. This is the fire spell, allowing you to throw fire, fireballs, whatever it is that is a fire attack. Incendio is what it is. Oppugno is the spell to use. It basically just throws items at enemies. I don't know if this is going to be able to be used with the other spell that we're going to be talking about later on, but yeah, this item you can pick up items and this spell is used to pick up items and throw them at enemies. Expelliarmus is the disarming spell. Now, let's say that a wizard is fighting you, you use Expelliarmus to disarm them of their wand. Now, if you're fighting, let's say, a knight and he has a sword, you can use Expelliarmus to disarm them of that sword, and I think you can use Oppugno straight after to throw that sword at the enemy. So you can, combine spells to make a great attack. Diffindo is the cutting spell. Now, this is basically as simple as it gets. It's a horizontal attack that you'll be able to just use to attack enemies. I mean, it's a simple spell, but could be very, very useful. The next one is Levioso. Now, unlike Wingardium Levioso, which is able to lift items and control them, Levioso can only levitate items. Kind of weird. I don't know why that is a spell on its own, which really doesn't make sense to me. The next spell is Descendo. Now, this is able to do the opposite of Levioso. This is used to slam items or enemies down. So let's say that you use Levioso, you lift that item or enemy up, and then you use Descendo to slam them down. Confringo is the next spell. This is going to be a very standard spell. It's just a powerful explosion attack. I mean, it's as simple as it gets. You're going to be using this one a lot, I'm guessing. Not going to be using too much of, I don't know what the game is going to be able to use when you're using spells. Maybe, let's just say mana or a stamina line, whatever it is. Yeah, very simple, very standard, powerful attack. The next up are two spells that again work with each other. The next one is Accio. Now, this brings items towards you. Now, let's say that there is something floating in the air or something high above. You can use Accio and the item will come straight to your hands. Now, Depulso is the complete opposite of Accio. Now, this will just throw things away from you or just place an item back where you found it. And for the final spells we're going to be talking about are to do with our enemies or us, for instance. These are for your creatures you're going to be able to find for your room of requirement. Now, these spells are just basically used to feed your magical creatures, to interact with them, and to clean them, and to do whatever you do with your magical creatures. And that's pretty much it. That is all we know of the 27, hopefully, curses and spells that we know of so far. Obviously, there were going to be a lot more. We're going to be able to find some secret ones, some other spells that we're going to be finding with the mysterious ancient magic we're going to be looking for. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully, this brings some kind of insight to what you're going to be getting on release date. You're going to be for sure having 27 or up to even 30 to 40 to 50 spells to use and combine together. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you all again soon.